Welcome back to Julie's Wreath Boutique, and this week's video is brought to you by Hobby Lobby. So I'm teaming up with Hobby Lobby to bring you a DIY garland video inspiration. So go over to Hobby Lobby, walk the aisles like I did here, but I knew the exact garland I wanted to use. This really pretty pine with gold tips. I have a wreath that I bought last year that will match it, but listen, there's so much to go and shop and just, use your imagination. I grabbed some of these beautiful gold garlands and some picks. I'm the type of girl that will find a lot of different things and then I put it together when I get it home. But I'm inspired by these gold pine cones. I'm going to use those and we're going to make something beautiful together. So let's get started. I'm so excited about this project. This was so much fun. I adore this garland. This garland, I'm not only using it for this project, I've been using this garland for at least last year, if not before, but I have it on my actual fireplace as well, and I just adore it. Now, we're going to beef this garland up a little bit with just some greenery. You can get whatever you want. I got some green zip ties from Hobby Lobby. I got this greenery that I use on several different things. I think I even use it in the fall as well. But we're just going to beef it up a little bit by adding a few stems. And this is what's going to make it look fuller, give it a more green look. I love the look of these garlands because they look so real. And that's really important to me when I'm putting something together to do that. So we put about 3 of these stems in the 6-foot garland. We attach it with the green zip ties. If you like Chanel stems, they have them at Hobby Lobby too. So use whatever your preference is. So we're going to line our 6-foot garland with some of these stems, and then we'll go on to the next part. But this is really easy to do. So I know that I'm putting this on my front door, in my entryway, but listen, if you want to use this on your fireplace, maybe you want to use it on your staircase, again, you can put this anywhere you want, and you can put as much decor or as little decor as you want. That's the beauty of it, and that's what makes Hobby Lobby special because they have so much to choose from, and that's one of the reasons why I love them so much. You saw previously when I was shopping, I found these gold garland bulbs and I thought they were so pretty and they were the perfect size. And we're going to start by being very careful when we take the tag off because you don't want to cut the little string because then everything falls apart and we don't want that, right? So I'm going to take some more of my zip ties and we are just going to go in kind of like a zigzag form on each of these garlands. Now, I did purchase 3 of these garlands, but I only used 2 for the sides of my door, and then we use the 3rd garland here in a little bit, and I'll show you how we're going to incorporate that. But again, you don't have to use the garlands I use. You can choose whatever really goes with your home decor, but this is such a great find. They have so many of these ornament garlands in all kinds of colors that I loved it. It made it a little bit simple for me to put them together. We have it all together. I just got a box of these smaller red ornaments that are shatterproof. This is key, guys. We don't want glass ornaments on that are hanging outside. It's better to do the shatterproof. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some bundles out of here, and we're going to take some Chanel stems and we're going to put 3 bulbs on each Chanel stem. And this is where we're going to start. So later in this tutorial, you'll see that I add a little bit more. So this is where you can add more or less, whatever you want to do. But you're going to twist them and then you're going to attach them wherever you want on your garland. I kind of did it in the bend of where my bulbs are, but I just love the pop of red. But again, like I showed you guys, you can do just about any color you want. Hobby Lobby has, and I like the different sizes of bulbs. And that is really going to bring in a lot of our texture here in a moment when I show you the second part of this garland. But you're just going to put it wherever you want, and there is no right or wrong place. It's where you want it to look the best and what inspires you. So in adding all of this, we did about 5 places that we had a red accent. And then I'm just going to show you how we do it really simply, a lot faster. I wish crafting was this fast, but it's not. But look at these beautiful gold glittered picks. Now what I like to do is I like to find a spot to put them in and then take a zip tie and attach them. But I did stretch them out to kind of have that leaf go across your garland, and then it takes up more space. And then I added a little, gold pine cone that I showed you here, and we're just going to slip that in. Previously with the zip tie, I probably should have just layered those on, and I think that's what I ended up doing for the rest of them. But you're just going to put them wherever you want. I just kind of like had them going different directions so that it felt a little bit more organic, as if these beautiful gold glitter stems and gold pine cones were growing out of this. But as you can see, it's so beautiful and it's really easy to do. And just use your zip ties. If you want to use hot glue, you could definitely do that. I show you at the end how I added some red poinsettias at the end when we put the install all together. So we're going to do about 5 of these, or 4 or 5 places on our garland. Then I found this really pretty gold glitter poinsettias, and again we're going to just attach them to our wreath. And you're just going to pick out everything that really goes with your decor. This is kind of like a garland recipe, and again, use it wherever you want in your home. It's not limited to just your front door, but you can do this on your fireplace and on your staircase. It would look absolutely stunning. I do make 2 of these garlands, and I was really sure to kind of get them as similar as possible. They don't have to be like exactly, but if you can kind of have a similar look and feel to them, I think you'll be a little bit more satisfied with the outcome. Here's where I added a few more of those red bulbs, and again, we just twist them on some chenille stems and add a little bit more pops of red. I just really felt like we needed more red with this. And that pretty much has our garlands finished. As I finish this and we get this up on my front door, you'll see that I will add some red poinsettias, but again, it's really kind of what looks best with your door. I felt like I needed a little bit more filler, and that's why we went with those, but you'll have to stay tuned because we're going to put that all together here in a moment. But now I'm going to show you what we're going to do over the top of our door. Really wanted to get the pizzazz out, and I really wanted to make a statement. I know my garlands, they're beautiful, I love them, but I wanted to make an even bigger statement. So I went to the back of the store and I went to the jewelry section, and I got this 20 gauge gold wire, and we started a loop, and then I took a bunch of ornaments. What I love about Hobby Lobby and their ornaments is that if you have one color, you can get that same color in like 3 different sizes, maybe even 4. I might be wrong there. But what we did is we just started adding all the different bulbs, and across my personal door is a brick ledge. And so I knew I couldn't do like a regular garland, or I wanted to do something different, and I just wanted to look like we have a lot of ornaments falling down. So here's the key to this. Don't make this tight. You want to just make it really kind of loose. And I did them in about 3-foot sections, and we do 4 of these. Now, the first 2 are a little bit more fuller like this one, and then we just make a loop with the wire at the end. And then the second 2 I made are less full, so that they're sitting on top of the fuller ones. So I'm going to show you how we install this and how we're going to add some of that greenery garland that we used previously with the ornaments coming down off the ledge. So let's get ready to install all of this now. So we're on the ladder, and this is the big window. So we are going to put these little hooks. I'm holding it with my camera in my hand because of course my tripod doesn't reach all the way up here. So we're going to get that set up. You're going to get the 3M hooks. These 3M hooks will do good for outside or indoor, and that's why you need those. Don't use regular hooks that are meant for inside, because if you live in Michigan like I do, they're going to fall down, and we don't want that. So here is the first garland. And again, we did 4 of these. This was the fuller version, and then we did less bulbs on the second version that's sitting on top of it. But I wanted it to look like it was like cascading down, but it's not going to go anywhere, right? Hopefully, this will be great. But then I put the second one, and you can see I have a little bit of give in that wire. And yes, I'm on a 9-foot wire. This is above my front door. And the key here, and it's so hard to show you because my camera doesn't want to get up all the way, but it's to wrap that wire around your hook really, really well. And at the very end of this, after I got this all installed, I even took a little bit of hot glue and I added a little bit of glue drops on the hooks to kind of keep everything in place. And that seemed to really help. So what I decided to do was take a longer piece of wire and go through the first one, and then I put in an additional hook in the middle that kind of helps hold up our bulbs, and it really did make a difference in the process. So this is where the third garland comes in, and I cut it all in different pieces. I got my wireless hot glue gun from Surebonder that I got at Hobby Lobby, and I added a little bit of glue. And yes, I added glue. It's gonna stick, guys, because it's the Gorilla Glue sticks that you can get at Hobby Lobby. And so it really made the greenery kind of pop in this whole display. I feel like it really was what I needed to kind of finish it. And then I kept some of the other garland to finish these side garlands, but this is me putting the rest, and my husband's assisting me as we do it. But I think this turned out so beautifully. So now we're taking some more hooks that are for outside, and we're going to put 2 of them together because I couldn't find, I didn't have any that held a lot of weight, so I wanted to make sure these stick. And I ended up putting a little bit of hot glue on these too. Now I did bend over the loop on my garland and made it a little bit smaller. And then once I get it up here, I thought, I have these red poinsettia stems. I just want to add a few of these. Again, you don't have to do this step. If you feel like that is too much, it's okay. For my front door and my front porch, I felt like it was really, really nice. And then at the end, we added a little bit more of the garland at the top to kind of hide the hooks. But I bought this wreath last year. It matches this garland. It came from Hobby Lobby. Unfortunately, I don't think Hobby Lobby sells it anymore, but here is the trick. This is becoming very popular, to take wide ribbon, and you can get this ribbon from Hobby Lobby, and to make more of a sash for your wreath and not a bow. And I thought this was perfect, and I really didn't feel like I needed to do anything to the wreath because we have so much beautiful decor, and you're just going to slip knot it, and then you're going to cut the ends of it at an angle. But listen, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you are watching this video and you made it all the way to the end, would you leave me some sort of Christmas emoji in the comments? I am so, so thrilled with how my front porch looks, and I can't wait for my family to come for Christmas. Thank you, Hobby Lobby, for sponsoring tonight's video, and I'm going to leave you all a playlist of all my Hobby Lobby content that we've made, and you will have a wonderful time learning all these wonderful projects, and you can get all the supplies from Hobby Lobby. So come back next week for a new video, and we will decorate your home together for Christmas. See you then.